Dio with Hey Angel. This is a CVT guitar lesson for a student, and this is in standard tuning. A lot of parts, a lot of like section 7A, 7B, 7C, that type of stuff. So real riffy. It kind of has that weird fade in, so the first thing that I hear is 4DG vibrato, but it's fading in, so that comes in at 0. Section 1A at 1 second in is open 4 EA, hammer to 2, so you're actually hammering on a power chord. Palm mute the second fret twice, and then once without. 2 DG. Rest 2 E palm muted twice into this big E chord, open 2 2 4, so it'll go. You got it. So start it over with the power chord on the end this time into this last in line sounding thing. Strings 4 3 and 2 go 4 4 5 into 4 4 DG. That one sounds like this. Slide up 7E. Just go for the effect of the slide, but up to around 12, and then we got this. And that'll be second fret low E palm muted, which is pretty consistent in this. 4 times into 2 DG, the rest. And then start it over and go into 4 5 GB, 4 4 DG vibrato. So fingering you're gonna have to mess with. I looked up live concerts of this. Is not much, and the little bit that there is, it's fan video, so no close-ups or nothing. So it can be fingered, different ways. Section 1B at 9 seconds, just a play off of that basically, which is why it's 1B. Started over basically, but now no palm muting. Okay, but after that you've got 4 5 GB. I would go 3rd and 4th finger because you're kind of set up for it. So it's and then 2 E palm mute twice, 4 DG vibrato. Sounds like this. Once again. Start it over. 2 palm mutes off the top, 1 without, 2 DG, 2 low E palm mute twice, back to this big E chord. That sounds like this. Or and then start it over. And then this part's really cool. Pentatonic scale. He goes. Once again. Pinch 4G, bend release. And then 2G. Everything else is palm muted. 4D, 4-2 on the G and D. 2G, 4-2D, 4A, and then 4-2 on the D and A. So in my mind, I think 4 patterns once I get here. Right here. See what I mean? Into section 2A at 21 seconds. Open A, 2 D and G. And this part's kind of tough to hear. So you're going to want to really zone in close and listen for the changes, because it drops down, and the bass and guitar are kind of doing the same thing here. You'll go, and then open A, palm mute, down, up, and then you'll see double dots, down, up 6 times. So it's 4, 5, 6. Into 5, 7, 8 DGB. Same concept though. You'll strum it, open A, and then you'll do 6 more times of the double dot. So it's 4, 5, 5, 6, 3E, exaggerated whole step bend. Alright, let's move on to page 3, back to the A5 power chord with the octave. And then this time, double dots, down, up on the open A 5 times. 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 3 open on the A, palm mute, alternate pick this, and then 3E bend. So it's, and like I said, the guitar volume's kind of down in here. Back to the A5 power chord, the double dot section twice. It did this, love this chord. String 4, 3rd fret, open G, bar the 1st fret on the B and E. Make sure you're not muting the G, so you should hear. So you'll strum it, and then a continuation as that chord's ringing of those opens. You'll go 2 times and then double dots, grouping of 4 2 times. So it'll be. Back to the 3 open A, 3E bend. So there are a lot of consistent parts, but there's a lot of subtle changes as well, as you'll see. Back to the A5. Then you'll do the down up on the open A, and then double dots 3 times. Down up, down up, down up, down up, down up, down up. A lot of sliding, 5E, slide up to around 17, just, this type of thing. Into section 2C, 48 seconds in, it goes. I don't have my glasses. So so what you'll do is an A5, just a 2-string chord, open A, 2D, into the 4th fret, low E. One thing that I'm liking about, it's Rowan, if I'm not mistaken, the guitar player, instead of the standard power chords, through maybe the majority of the song, he's doing some different chordings. And this is a prime example. 2nd fret, A and D barred, and then 4G, slide it up a whole step, and then do it again, and then strum, back to 2-4, back to 4-6. So it's another slide down. Like I put 14th fret on string 6 for the slide. Don't overanalyze that, especially if you trip over it. Just go for the effect of that slide, because they're in here a lot. Section 3 comes in at 52 seconds. Check this out. I would probably do this fingering, but there's 2 or 3 pretty good options here. Middle 2E, 3rd finger 2D, pinky 2G. You're going to palm mute string 6 twice, and then hit the D and G together. Quick rest, hit it again, and then start it back over. But this time you'll go to the 2DG, back to 2E palm mute, to 2-1, which is why I like this finger setup, because you can just pivot like that. Back to 2DG, 3 palm mutes off the top string, back to 2DG, quick rest, hit it again. Alright, so. And then 2nd fret, palm mute again. 2DG, slide to 4, vibrato. Once again, you can use different fingers. You can go. Because he is vibratoing that, and you may be partial to a certain finger or fingerings for the vibrato. 2DG, palm mute 2E, 2-1 DG twice. Now that goes 2 times. You'll see in your tabs the second time you cut that part out with the star. In place of that, you got 5th fret D and G. Actually, you'll be coming off the bend. 3rd fret low E, 5 DG. Open A palm mute twice, 4th fret D and G, half step bend release. So it's. Alright, moving on. Section 4 at 114, we're back to the verse, but he's doing little things different. So this needed to be written out. But the similar parts are like right here. The open on the A string. I believe that is, I didn't put how many times on the double dots there. It should be 6. No, 2 times, because it's not notated. So if you have just double dots without it saying, then it's twice. And then you'll go. Kind of shout at the devil sounding. Open A palm mute, 2 DG. Open A palm mute, 5 DG vibrato. You could use 2 fingers. So, and then do that again. But go open A no palm mute to 7th fret DG vibrato. If you want to palm mute that open A, those are the things that you got to decide, because so many particulars, that stuff can kind of drive you crazy. So if you want to keep it consistent, just palm mute the 5th fret open each time. No one's going to know the difference. Okay, back to the A5 with the octave note. Open A, 3D, open 1. 1st fret B and G. We did this earlier, but now he's just ringing it. So you have awesome chord. Open A, down up, palm mute, alternate pick twice. Back to that little filler. Back to the A. 3 times with the 4 grouping on the A string. Another slide into the A5 power chord. 4E, pull off to open E. This part, kind of the George Lynch part, it's section 5, 131. Yeah. Forgetting the rhythm there. So D5 power chord, we're going to hit the A string and the D string, fret 5, fret 7, and then we're going to separate the notes to the 5 chord to the flat 5. You'll go 5, 7 to 5, 6 vibrato, like that. 7D, pull off to open. You'll do that twice, and then pick the 7 and slide it. And when you get right around fret 4 or 3, transition into the E5, open 2 up on the top 2 strings, palm mute the top twice, and then open B and E. So, back to the Lynch part. Now, he palm mutes when he separates the notes right there. The rest is the same. Once again, you can keep it consistent with the first part of section 5. No big deal. This is the same. You'll slide, you're going to go into an 8-5 power chord, open 2 AD, 4 strums, to that big E chord, open 2, 2, 4. 2, 3, 4 change. And then a slide down, fret 19. Okay, you do hit some repeats here. 142, we got section 2, 2 times. Second time, no double star. In place of that, at 150, you've got this, and this is similar to something earlier. The ending's altered, there's not as much palm muting. Really cool. So you'll pinch harmonic 4G, 2G, palm mute 4D, go 4-2 on the G, 4-2 palm mute D, 2G, 4-2 D, and here's the altered ending. 3rd fret hammer to 4th on the A, and then 2 DG bar. So I'd make a subgroup out of that. Could be a whole other song right there. Moving on, you're going to go back to the section 3 that we just did with the altered ending, no double stars. That leads into section 6, 202, one of the few straightforward parts, kinda. F5 power chord, 1-3 up top, to the rocker G, which is 3 mute, open, open 3, slide off the E string into the A5 with the octave. So you end up doing that twice. 3E bend into open 2, which is the A5. So go to page 5, palm mute 2A, and then the A5, and then pinch harmonic 3E vibrato. So that's that part. And that's 3 times. You'll see double dots to finish that section. Back to the A5, and you'll go 15th fret A, slide into an A5 power chord, 4E vibrato. Section 7 at 216 is open E into an F sharp 5 power chord, vibrato. You'll go. Oops. Do that twice. Another slide up off the low E, open 2E, and then palm mute 2E twice. Let me play this a little bit. You'll go. So 2-2 palm mute on the E, 4A pinch, half step bend release. You're bending this to this. So repeat it.